Hi, in this video, let me introduce how to generate the origin agent from your character rig. Let's first take a look at illustration. You can see that this is a character rig, and we need to create our final result is the origin agent. And there is two ways from this character rig. The first is generate the bone structure, and the second is use this character rig and generate the animation storage. So in this video, we're going to introduce how to generate the origin agent test file with this character bone structure. So let's do that. Let's just do the same thing from the previous video. Click my army and set up rig, import my army rig. This will import an character setup rig into your scene. And let's just transfer this character rig to the origin agent. Let's open that, the outliner, and click the My Army Ready. Once you click this My Army Ready, you can see that our system will do some setup for you and create some necessary nodes inside of this scene. And you can see that it will set the playback and create some of the My Army, the solver nodes here. Let's just click the confirm. And you can see that there's a structure tree has been created here. The first thing we are going to do is pretty much rename this. This is very important because we need to rename this character before we continue. So let's just open the agent manager here. You can see that this name is local. This is default name. Let's just change that to any names as you wish. For example, in this case, let's just rename it to the man. And you can see that inside of the whole structure, all the stuffs has been changed to with the suffix man here. And let's just put our setup rig. Please notice that the bone should be contained inside of this structure here. Here is deformation system, and let's just click this guy and control click the setup man and hit P. You can see that all the stuff has been parented into the setup man here, and the deformation will be the top node of the root and inside of this structure. At this time, we can click my army and the origin agent create origin agent. You can see that our system will find the root and the bone tree of the system, and then created the origin agent based on this system. And you can see that this has been created inside of this group, and when you select that, you can see that there's the bone structure has been created with this bone shape, the boxes, and we will introduce that later. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is the geometry. You can see that this geometry are binded onto the deformation system, but we needed to copy this geometry and bind this geometry onto the origin agent and put all of the geometry into the geometry folder here, geometry node. So what we're going to do is pretty much select all of the geometry and click the My Army here and origin agent. We need to send active geometry to origin agent. So this feature will copy this geometry and put those geometry into the geometry main node and bind all of this geometry onto the origin agent bone structure, and they copy the skin weight from the original meshes to the new meshes. So let's do that. Before that, we needed to make sure we activate the man here and select all of them and click the send active geometry to origin agent. And do you want to keep the geometry structure? In most of the case, just please click this no. And you can see that all geometry has been copied to the geometry man here, and let's just hide the setup man, control H. And you can see that the skin weight is control this. When we just move around the origin agent bone or some limbs, all of the geometry are deformed. Okay. At this time, we can save the thing as the origin agent test file. Let's click the file and save thing as. in the scene here and OA test file. main 08 test underscore version 01. Okay, and click Save As. So this is our introduction for how to transfer your character rig to the Origin agent. Thank you for watching. See you next time.